I cannot believe that I'm still having to make these videos. When are you gonna listen? I'm Connor Klein, this is Desire Experience. Let's get into yet another five reasons never to date a Ukrainian girl.
Tsar Experience.
So the very first reason that I'm going to dive into in today's video is about modeling and Ukrainian girls. So listen up. If the Ukrainian girl on her Instagram does not have a photo of her on a catwalk with a real brand modeling clothes, or say, they did a photo shoot and she has some branded content, so like she was paid to actually model the clothes because modeling is a job, then she is not a bloody model. No, she's not a model, right? So I often have to coach my clients on this because a lot of Ukrainian girls who are not models look for a reason to explain why they were always traveling to all these glamorous locations and having photos taken. So basically two reasons why this is probably happening, and that is either at best the girl is sponsored or some sort of travel girl, right? So basically some rich dude has actually just flown her to this location. She's probably put up in a hotel, she may do other things, or it could actually just be that she's using Instagram as a content marketing platform for prostitution, the world's oldest profession. And what I've noticed, looking at the photos that a lot of my clients of the girls that they were talking to, is that there are always a lot of the same locations that actually come up in a similar fashion. Now, you're never going to see an actual guy in any of their photos, like a boyfriend, because they don't have that kind of relationship with whoever is paying to bring them out to all these glamorous places. Like if you see them in the Maldives, Mykonos, where else, Monaco, Saint-Tropez, obviously the Middle East, like Dubai is a big red flag. You're going to see them in a lot of expensive locations there. They don't have any obvious means of income, and they're certainly not actually working there as an international model. So the assumption is that at best they are some sort of sponsored travel girl, and that's actually why they're out there. Now, of course, they do want to at least pretend that they're doing something more than that in life, and claiming to be a model is one of the ways to do that. And they will probably have some photo sessions, some photos from that they will put on their Instagram, but that's actually the opposite to modeling, of course, because the photographer is paid to take the photos of them, or maybe he did it for free because he knew them or they had some sort of other relationship. But basically, if she has only photos of her like posing in her own clothes somewhere that's obviously a studio, then she is not a model. I don't want to hear it. No matter what she claims. So just be aware of that, because something I have to explain to a lot of my clients is that you need to verify exactly why they are in all these places. Being a travel girl has become almost like a profession. I guess I wish I could be a travel girl too and just be flown around to lots of expensive places all around the world, but it's not because they're getting it's not because it's their real job. Well, actually, maybe it is the real job. Maybe I'm being unfair to them as a travel girl, but definitely not as a model. So just be aware of that. And that's a big first reason in this video never to date a Ukrainian is falsely claiming to be a model when they're just a bloody. So reason number two in today's video is incompetence. Ukrainian girls are extremely incompetent when it comes to doing basically anything in their life, and that's for a very simple reason. Ukrainian guys, they organize and do everything for them. And that's especially true in a big city like here. I am in obviously the capital Kiev, just on Khreshchatyk, the main thoroughfare through the city, but it goes for all the big cities in Ukraine. Ukrainian guys just fucking are on the ball. They're like master problem solvers, and as a result, Ukrainian girls just don't really invest time in those skills. They just look for a guy to solve everything for them. So definitely do not expect Ukrainian girls to be actually able to plan and execute stuff, or basically competent in anything they're really going to do. That said, if the girl is from maybe a village, a smaller town, then there is actually a possibility that you will actually be able to do something without the help of a guy. But overall, you're going to be meeting girls basically here in the big cities, so forget it. It's going to be very hard to find a competent girl. And also those girls who are more traditional in that sense, they're not going to be interested, most of them, in meeting a foreigner. They're going to go stick to the Ukrainian guys. So double whammy on that one. Just remember, don't expect great things in terms of planning with Ukrainian girls. But anyways, as I already told you in enough of my other videos, this is Ukraine, this is Eastern Europe, so as the guy, you're gonna have to direct and organize everything. Anyways, that's actually the culture, that's where this incompetence comes from. So that's just a good opportunity for you to make sure that you direct everything and organize it, and that you take control and lead the girl everywhere. So maybe not something to be so worried about, but just be aware of it, that when you come here. So the next reason never ever to date a Ukrainian girl is the fact that they come across as very bad-mannered. Now, it is a stereotype of Russian speakers or Eastern Europeans in general that they are rude. I don't always agree with this in the sense that, I find them pretty friendly, but definitely they do give off this vibe of being impolite by, say, Western European or North American standards. And Ukrainian girls in particular come across as bad-mannered to me and you. And one of the reasons that I feel this comes about is because they simply don't know how to say no if they're not really committed to doing something. And as a result, they either flake, which I discuss in many of my other videos here on YouTube, or they simply arrive late, they lie about what they're up to. And yeah, it's just a result of this inability to say no or make a decision and be competent about it. Now, another thing is that they tend to not respect your time very much as well, which of course is extremely bad-mannered. And I feel that's just more because they are not normally used to having huge time constraints in their lives and dealing with people who actually work under a lot of pressure and are very good at managing their time. So yeah, get used to them being extremely poor on the manners side in terms of respecting your time, showing up, and just being, having normal polite decorum in general. So don't expect that if you come to Ukraine to date girls. So reason number 4 in today's video is actually a corollary of reason number 3, which was that Ukrainian girls are bad-mannered, and that is that Ukrainian girls, unfortunately, reward bad behavior, not good behavior. So let me explain. If you come here with your normal, polite, considerate North American, Western European decorum, unfortunately, that's probably going to backfire for you. It's not even that it's not going to have a good impact, it's going to backfire, and that's because you will either be perceived as being weak or of being lower status than the girl, because you're being way too considerate, and she just will not be able to relate to that, because in this society and culture, being important or high status means you basically bully people around. And Ukrainians in general are, let's be honest, a bit rude, and Ukrainian girls in particular can be very bad-mannered. So just be aware that when you come here, and I have to coach my clients out of this, being considerate is a really bad idea. You cannot be considerate as you would be in Western Europe or North America. You have to remember, most of these girls have no bloody idea what your life is like. They don't work in high level, high stress, time constrained jobs. They have abundance of time. They cannot relate to that. And if you start being, uber efficient and organizing everything and seemingly too willing to accommodate them, they just think, well, no one that high status could possibly fit me in that easily, and that's a big mistake that I see a lot of my clients making. So just want to stay away from that. And of course, this is another reason, just because they reward bad behavior instead of good behavior, never to date a Ukrainian. So So the fifth and final reason in today's video why you should never ever date a Ukrainian girl is low energy. And that's in part because they tend to get ill or sick quite a lot, whether it's just laziness and in combination there are other excuses, who knows, but that's definitely something that me, my friends and my clients have noticed, that low energy can also be another issue if you are dating a Ukrainian. That fifth one was short and sweet. Those are the latest 5 reasons why you should never ever date a Ukrainian girl. So that is the end of another installment in this series, 5 reasons never to date a Ukrainian, followed by 5 more reasons never to date a Ukrainian girl. And now, yet another 5 reasons never to date a Ukrainian girl. Let me know below in the comments what you thought of this video, whether you haven't yet another 5 reasons not to date them. And of course, go and check out the other videos, including why you should actually go and date a Ukrainian girl. It was a lot of fun making this one again. So you are at the end of another video with me, Connor Klein. I have a question for you, and that is, what are you doing next weekend? Because, okay, I just outlined another 5 reasons why you shouldn't date Ukrainians, but there are a lot of great reasons to come to this country and hang out and live this Czar experience. Can be here in Odessa. We're just getting up to the end of summer, so probably more realistic for you, unless it's really is going to be actually next weekend, to go to Kiev or to Lviv or to, say, Minsk in Belarus, where actually I am going to be next weekend with a client. So you're probably thinking, how, Connor, can I come and live the Czar experience? Well, the first thing you got to do is actually write me a message, and you can do that by reaching out to me on email. My email is connorklein@czarexperience.com, or writing me a direct message in Instagram. My handle there is Czar Experience, and what's going to happen is I'm going to send you a questionnaire. You're going to fill it out, and then I'm going to take a look and see if it's going to be a good fit for us to work together, whether you are the right kind of person for the Czar experience, because it is not for everybody. And man, do I know that, having talked to so many viewers over the last, say, 3 months. Like, if you are coming to a city like Odessa desperately hoping to find a bride who looks like an Instagram model who's 18 years of age, and you happen to be not very successful in your own country with women, and you're like on the older side, like maybe in your 50s and 60s, and out of shape, bald, and not very good looking, listen, that is a fantasy that many disingenuous dating agencies or matchmaking or marriage agencies are going to entertain for you for a whopping fee. And that's all the stories you read online about guys being defrauded of money and led on. That is not the Czar experience. You're actually going to have to come here and do some work if you want to date beautiful women. I can provide the environment, keep you safe, and just give you all that good energy, and you're going to hang out with my crew, and you will meet beautiful women. But you have to realize that you're still going to actually have to be able to talk to them and seduce them, and I can coach you, and of course make sure that you're going to have the best opportunity to do that and just have an unforgettable experience here in a city like Odessa in the summer, or if we go to Minsk. Also, if you are here just to, like, as a sex tourist, to bang hookers and all this kind of stuff, like, don't write me. So this is not the experience for you either. There's zero guarantee of anything happening on your trip, because the only way to guarantee that would be exactly prostitution. So that's something that I don't endorse on my channel whatsoever. And in fact, if you're interested in just getting lots of notches under your belt and not interested, like, high quality women, beautiful women, interesting girls, just want to bang a lot of average looking chicks, like 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, don't even write to me, because that, again, is something I'm not interested in helping people with, nor can I really give you good value, because you can probably manage to do that yourself. But you're at the end of this video. You've just listened to my little rant, so you stayed on, so I'm guessing you're not that kind of person. You are the person who may be suitable for the Czar experience. So definitely go and write me. And it was a lot of fun making this one again. I love reading the comments afterwards, actually, because people think that I am bitter and I am unsuccessful here, and they obviously didn't watch the other videos. But yeah, write me, tell me what you think of this one. Going to be exciting to see it below in the comments, and I will see you in the very next video. Probably the next one I'm going to make after this is going to be, I guess, from another one from Minsk in Belarus. Going to be excited to get back there, although the weather forecast is terrible. So maybe I would have been better off staying in Odessa for a little bit longer. I've rambled again. Do svidania, do побачення. See you in the very next video. Ciao.
SAR Experience.